Very much your sign Atanase and Enyumre. And yene Dr. Tanko Rashid computer and yene no Asia. Na nidi no computer no enye AKA nidi yankasa. Yene Asia was Deputy Director of Elections and IT at the NDC Amanyukuno. Doc Yamwakwa.
Ja. It is a
Boko Pan also.
Maybe a Boko.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yen udin koma yen semre kra na ene ye pese din komo de fa ya bato no ene enuoma bi a yatete ene de ye hunu because NDC amanyoku no ukofam a na amafo frewa de ombeka ne ohene ba mo nkantre omo se emomo mpene na enkrofo no pese omo hwia yen ene ne yekeka ho register no a provisional register no ye de brebo musimu hu nuoma bi awom broni be kan sa normally bi ne nuoma bi a na entwa yie ewo register ne mu odoroma e de ade potena na ewo register ne mu a muhu ya emunti muhia forensic audit
eja yo see asam we dia ozi afiwe yeni abre papa.
Okay.
NDC yeni abre. Tio about one year 2020 no. Yeni say NPP any electoral commission omo wie election no.
Okay.
Omo wie election no with a plan B na yenim enko ho. Register no.
Okay.
Na nje tu. Register na hwe register ni ye pa. On say se obeto aba Ghana your elections process no a manual process. So be din wo register no a ono no beto aba.
Okay.
So din ni register no a obetumi to aba. So we compile register no a now we take it time. If any year pa no omo compile register no a me pede me fa book we chiro. Now we fa ma TV no mo share book no.
Okay. How to rig an election. So ini.
Book we.
Yeah.
Pede wo kan before na call let me chiro bibi.
Okay.
Me mark read we ni ene hon.
Was it in other ways, effective rigging ensures that you win and that you get away with it without losing legitimacy.
You win and get away without losing what? Legitimacy. Also you are rigged.
Such tactics include manipulating the election or electoral register, blocking certain candidates from running in elections, and playing with electoral boundaries to maximize partisan gains. Money.
That one of the strategies say we manipulate the register. What do you say? And now yes, now nipa number 2 about listen stand as candidate. No, you will be free. Like PSC, you will be free. It's a strategy. I want employ manipulation of the register. Any candidates who you frame. Not electoral boundaries no. A friend gerrymandering. What's the boundaries and now for nipa share now you nipa no share transfer nipa no gum other areas without their knowledge no. Nina. And no more say what's the way nina.
Wow. What at all of these tactics have in common with that of partisan gains? Okay. With in common is that they can be deployed months in advance of an election when observers are likely to be thin on the ground, and they can be presented as technical or legal decisions as opposed to political
political term be. You see, this say omo deploy strategy way months ahead before election. What you say? Omo year the election day.
Okay.
Way strategy way no. We be manipulating register month ahead to the election.
Okay.
So we say time in the year register observers omo amba. Some omo the city.
Sure.
So they won't see this. Omo who manipulation way ni. And so who manipulating we are. Omo by election only the one by share say election free and fair. Someone say register no cry omo manipulating that long ago. And no more kind.
Was it when this mechanisms are effectively put in place, government can win election unfairly without attracting any of this negative attention, criticism, sanction, international prosecution. That's it.
So,
So,
yeah. Omo employ we.
That's just when about there to say book could be a dawa, who found out can kanya, who person we are about to
so book we na Jimensa, any MPP no more employ in CCN.
Wow.
Straightforward. And no crown no more employ. Who say almost strategy ni na no more use a few way there. We no more implementing.
Wow.
No one say ya kita book we da. Yes, we a book.
How to rig an election.
How to rig an election. Oh, see. Strategy ni na more employing a book we. So, nim say, I didn't know we no yen. Yen ni median a cost. Almost starting, almost 30 no year, almost starting 2023.
Okay.
No, district assembly election. No, mu nipa din say around 26,000. No, to aba. Wow, omu kita voter Ricardo. Omu ko polling station kwa no mu so omu din ho. Hey, and they did that strategically to make sure that NPP assemblymen will win enough. Unfortunately, most of them lost out because Ghanaians were just fed up with them. A strategy. Because here law say so we didn't need register no untimi to aba.
Yeah.
So who kita ID card na ko polling station no mo hwe register na odin ni ha. Untimi kafi. Wo ye kra police no bechu. Yeah. Because so long as your name is not there, you cannot vote. A strategy. So you say, okay, assembly that say, yeah, this is a political party, yeah, but no more say on limited registration.
Okay.
Limited registration assembly does almost 30 number, no more 5 figures in a bar, but 1 figures. It's a strategy. And you say,
and yes, sir, what?
No, a strategy. So one who are no more say, hi, where they bet my implementing by December.
Wow.
So first thing no no you wrong figures on my faba bonti. You register 1 week. First figures on my bar na wrong figures.
Aye.
You chuomu. Kaka where the company.
Yeah.
Almost ako sisa figures no. 3 days almost aba no more apologize. Even the corrected ones so no mistakes.
No mistakes wo ya.
There's our correct omu. Now my boss Dr. Maneboama or can't tell me say look wait there. We can't continue correcting these people on air. Because it's embarrassing to the country. Young ko IPAC. You ko IPAC. You be function say we mistakes on the air dosu. And can you be continue correct on air there? We are embarrassing the country. So you ko le edi chromu. IPAC no money na to. You can't try to say we figures winning na odi no wrong figures na odi ba about me. And you correct. And when no can try say we use coral draw. Eja. Na who be that? Or say we use coral draw. Because yeah, model of figures and then the bar chart and pie chart. No. That they don't say, eh, we feel mammy no any in the IT for coral for them say, coral draw. No coral draw, say, you see the ID card.
And designs. So for that,
now coral draw is going calculation. Everything.
I am one ever seen that. And I'm saying, because the last time I said, coral draw, no, and yet the minimum no issue, and I said, there is another coral draw somewhere.
Coral draw no more use. And when I mean say, omo eye to near useless. Eja, you follow me say how my provisional register, my provisional no knowing that they were manipulating the provisional register. Using this method, manipulating the register ahead.
Wow.
Election is coming in December. So they started manipulating the register now, like what this man is saying, Chisman is saying. That dictators, brutal dictators who are ready to rig election so that international observers will not get them. To know that they have rigged the election ahead, they'll start long months before the election comes. So, Muma, this provisional register, no, Muma, Yakita. 19th August, 1 p.m. Then they were to start the exhibition on 20th. So, less than 24 hours. Now, it means that you should register no. In the night up to early morning, checking, trying to make sure I will tease it and send it to the constituencies and the branches. Then who say, Kai, this is a different register. Ent me, you see. Because you who, then who say register no a bloody omukofa about 243,950 all transfers pan or year 2023. Me see all transfers. Let me explain them. Who say you to about 2020 no. Sure. Make to about 2023 this assembly election. Okay. Open transfer windows. So obi ko transfer omodi. Yeah. Bebre. So nipa no mo transfer omodi no na eduru say about 243,000 by 950 of them. Okay. Okay. So what transfer a share register no say transfer is permanent. So transfer is permanent. Oh, okay. So when you transfer 2023 when to me you transfer this about 4 years time. Oh sir. Asa na equal register no straight. This is next window crown equal opener and some of year transfer. So nipa no mo year transfer 2023 no omo to me isa year transfer 2024. Because you must be 12 years old, 12 months old in a polling station or constituency that you want to transfer. This is me free Tamaleba. Meti Accra 12 months. So I'm qualified to bring my votes from Tamale to Accra. Okay. And no so me transfer a few way there. This say next year mean to me say transfer copy. Wow. But you who say register no. Almost transfer nipa no almost transfer 2023 no. Almost you almost transfer to their same polling station. Mebo. Yafa the same me. You transfer me if you say you so you me ba. No, but Osuha. Okay. That was 2023. Maybe 2024 no. No, you say transfer me biom saba. Transfer me menu. We are there here. Yeah. Say ejuma. Say me can tell you niabre. Yeah. You who say nipa it was a repetition. The same people. Because you can show me transfer badge, you know, a brute says 566,000. Wow! But him say, and you cry a transfer no, about 366,000. Now, if you hit 500, we cry for him. And no, actually, about 243,900 plus old transfers added. That was what you saw at Jumako. No, we say 3,000. 3,000. Other constituency, baby. Old transfers. It was a plan, a strategy to give Baumia heads up. Wow! Answer say one. You got two about in December. Baumia already had about 243,000 nations on the bottom. Free yeah, and more than when you said multiple voting. Oh, okay. It's a strategy. It's another strategy in terms of America say you using indelible ink. It will transfer some ink. It will be up to 3-4 times. And ukra no me no omo mfa gini ukra say ohiniba within page 1 aha wo sa bue page 3 a wo be sa hu ohiniba wo ko page 5 a wo be sa hu ohiniba with different QR code so we to to about 3 times. Wow, that's one area no mo ko yes ano. Another area na ko hwe pa na wo say nipa bi wo omo transfer wo mu but no transfer path won't me who say who free safe you also now oba path no be kire say you relocated or you are on special transfer or something like that from or safe you also absentee voters list make it up. So we transfer vote from one constituency to another. Yeah. Where you transfer your vote, there will be a register known as absentee voters list. Okay. You are not absent there. Okay. So we are absent every safe you also. Yeah. Then there will be a register known as transfer register. Your name will not be here. Okay. So if I want to track your transfer, I'll go to the absent list to see whether Ohiniba is inside. If you are inside an absentee, then I know that you actually transfer your votes from there and to this place. And the path is shown. You will say about 15,000 people. Omo transfer not path and beyond. So it's like who be transfer free. Information transfer. Example no kra na every pusiga assembly. Yeah. So nipa no mun nim say no kra mo transfer won. Omo kita ID card no mun nim say omo transfer won. This one we call it in rigging this book voter displacement. What you say we deal with register no. But who no mo fa odi ni ko share no. Oh yeah, I want me to aba. Edu so aba ko am just odi ni. O wa osu aha. No mo yi odi free osu. Koshe Zwarungo. Zwarungo e wo. Ba kwa kwa to aba Zwarungo. December 7. Oba hasamu no kro no mo say eja yo odi ni ha odi wo mo say. Ani bi kura no nya se bi odu ani ateke se odi wo ma. We be di line so ah. We dey friends from 7 o'clock to be say 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. Asa no e hu se odi ni ho. No odi ni ho. Oh, odi was Zwarungo. Wow. A strategy. A voter displacement. Omo displace o. Nese within you within one but a bibia won't me to aba. So on say targeting NDC ni papa about 15,000 of them. No more on any now displace on sa. Yes, I another category. Not nipa about 3,000. Almost 3,095 of them. Omudi free register and free. Then your question I pack no papa no see. You register, your name cannot be removed in the register. I say, Jesus Christ, what is this guy talking about? You remove people's name in 2023. Yeah. This assembly election. Yeah, by January, would you have to now would throw memo come out with this regional director say, or move for Mudimbra and
even when I think I have the document here. When Jameson went to parliament, no, you know, Mukodi in Komono. Yes. What catch them say about 84,000 was when you from the register. He said it.
Papa no can never say na Papa no ka. Who told you? You have been removing people and you say you can't remove it. We press them another one with files being of demand. Almost 1,000 plus of files. Now Bibia Niho. A blank. Completely blank. Bibia no information, nothing behind him. They see these people, what strategy are they employing? So who way they are? Because only Bibi, your core exhibitioner, only less than 30% of Ghanaians going to check their names during exhibition. True. I mean, you might be way from 92 up to now. I've been part of all the processes. I mean, exhibition behind the core. You won't get more than 30% of Ghanaians going to check because we have never had this problem. So we register, you say you didn't. So we check out, about what the yeah. From Afarjana into Charlotte said, we've never seen this. But these people, so they knew of this strategy, so they wanted to employ that one.
Wow.
So more kosher mudi, ye be yi omudi bebre displace omukra. December some mokwa omudi. Wow. Only opposed to soldiers wom ye do diabra ombechu. Because so di ni ha, wo ba how ko diabra ombechu. A strategy. Every book we. No, omo play book na come map professional register no. They didn't know that Dr. Manibwama and his group are also reading the same book. We are also reading.
Wow!
Yes, we are reading book way. So you tell you truck at the command. First the reaction was what? See. Then Northern Region trigger a press conference. Omo koye press conference.
Pussy Guardian.
Yeah. No so mo yidi from Tamalisa any scenario ko share Pussy Guardian. Not omuni. Quickly, when they saw it and with our letter, bossman, quickly okoye press conference. I say, hey, you're suspending Papa no. Yeah. Because there was no liveliness check. Sound of Papa no no. Even about the 243,000 omoka no, it was a mistake. It was an error that we added it from old register. Wow. So, meanwhile, we were to meet them on 6th September. Then on Wednesday, bossman okoye press conference we. Then you go share omo office. Omo say you present it. Yeah, some omo. Na ye pet media men say omo bra. Yeah. Go share. Then they deny. You see the first and they refuse. Yeah. They didn't want the media to come in. You see, okay, no problem. Yenko. We minua ya ira koku. Onu no ye presentation. Na ye nyina atna ho. Ye presentation no one by one. Area by area, how they have deleted people's name, how they have transferred people illegally, how they have added these 240. Ye momumu path ni nyina. Ya sa also momumu software na AUC. We so charitable to them. Electoral Commission. You describing software na AUC comparing 2023 register any 2024 register. Ye chomumu ni nyina. Their IT consultant or for not ho. Or share ni nyina. No ask question, ne reply. So we are no must say, you see most of these things, yes, error, we are preparing the team to correct some of these things. So we'll give you the corrected version.
I don't know what about this problem.
So your hard drive. You go on a hard drive. Because we don't trust these people. Because it's likely they will tell us that no problem, so we have corrected it. So we can give you the corrected version. So you fire hard drive mom. What's the way your corrections we need now? For correction need ya
famaya
ya kohwe se wo correct we ni nema we ni na na e kasan de be sa ba beti your momo hard drive no. The following week, now Friday, by Monday, they came out and said the NDC came and brought nothing. They didn't bring anything. Yeah,
they said it.
No, then they said that. And then they were just talking rubbish. And they said, what is wrong with these people? I didn't grant a question. No, natural path winning na baby. Now see who your corrections say baby. And they said for corrected one, they may. Now I'm there, my. Then you're asking us that we should bring the full version of our problem. Then say you people don't trust you. How can we try? You created the problem. Then we should give it to you to correct again. So that we wait December 7. By the time you dump the thing to us at the last minute, you pay forensic audit.
And I confirm I am.
And no, I confirm I am. You can't show me.
Wow.
Let me call PM Express because now any director of electoral service, Banobio. And one about Banobio car, it makes some statement. It was so revealing and said that we deliberately added the 243,000 in order to let us know the transfer history of this. And I say, Jesus Christ. The cat is out of basket. Almost deliberately.
What said that?
Boy, no more for 243,000. Who are you going to cheat? You see my face? Do I look at somebody you can cheat in a life?
No.
And you make such statement. We say over our dead body, this one will not happen. Now that we have seen that you are deliberately doing this, because you use the word deliberately added. Let me control. Time you crown now we regional director, man, northern region. I mean regional director elections. Northern minimum power. When you say transfers, we don't add old transfers and share new transfers. Yes, sir. If I want to track transfer history, I may call listen absentee voters register. Now me question. When no more transfer from which constituency to this area. That's how I track transfers. No, it's not what. Within 1 week, no more sasa. You could strong protest, demonstration in the area, and see that.
Sure.
And send them petition. Omukita petition. We saw truck at Akoma say we are reminding them about the petition we wrote.
Sure.
They responded by 9-page. Yeah, 9-page response. Another revelation. The inside. Someone say, Anka Ebe respond there. They know that if you have to respond back to them on 9-page, problem can they quickly wrote in the evening that we should come for IPAC meeting. My boss that was 3 which one cut a man 1 o'clock. Now we got their response 1 o'clock. By 4 o'clock they brought another letter, IPAC. So they didn't give a briefing space. But you have responded to our petition.
Sure.
So mankind in that response, they admitted to almost everything and tried to explain how it happened. Almost 3,000 nipa na ye frame. They were missing names, and that missing names, some of them can be found in a multiple register, any exception list. And these people, I don't know where they have learned their this, and they are trying to implement this, but because we call them, they were confused. They don't know how to polish it. Register in every exception list is for people who are dead men. When you remove dead people from the register, you put them in exception list.
Okay.
Omoko ye challenge against you. Now committee no got now no more say we challenge proper no more challenge ombe ye odi free register no ko share exception list no. So we deal with exception list now won't mean to aba.
Because that way say be a wo na wo ti ase na bibi
at bibi or call a challenge form no more challenge ya. We say we nye Ghana nipa. I won't do 18 years. O ti ase. No more challenge you. O mo hwan na no kwesa we nye Ghana nipa. And I won't do 18 years. Only you would free register no share exception list. Now go you end this in nipa bebre ko share exception list. No more wa. Mimpene. Only ba wuti ha. No more faudi ko share exception list. Who kita voter ID card say we be kon to about against NPP. About 2 days December some ko no mo share we say now we were exception list won't win to about.
Wow.
And so no we 3,000 people ko share sa. So no Musa say and of course say 243,000 no na no they inadvertently added. Say almost so Bossman first one say error. Director of Electoral Service or see deliberate. Now Omukrata signed by Jean Mensa herself says they inadvertently. See these people, how can I trust them? One commissioner says error. Director of Electoral Service will say deliberately. Jean Mensa Ankerson was signing the document, no, or see inadvertently added. How do you trust people like this? Changing goalposts from one point to another. So we wanted to respond back to them. Then they quickly call us for IPAC meeting.
Okay.
And then you call IPAC meeting. He say, almost say, Yemba Beshe 2024 register.
Okay.
So we're preparing to go there. Then they change the letter again. Because you truck.
Yeah, you have to letter me in the bus same day, no? Yeah.
Even that day they wrote about 4 letters. On WhatsApp they were sending and deleting. These people, more than 4 letters they were deleting until they get the final one. You see the first letter, almost 2024 register. Then Babi share, on my Babi share. Okay. Then we wrote. My boss wrote on his timeline. They say, "Yepe live broadcast of the register."
Sure.
Something they call IPAC.
Sure.
And that these are the reason why we want the live broadcast. They say that we don't want to come and meet you people. Then you come out and give different stories. You are noted for that. So we push them, and finally they agree. When they agree for the live broadcast, only maybe no most sell letter. Almost the 2024 register not to 2024 provisional voter register. By that time, NPP and his Highland, they've started bribing some of the smaller parties to come and support them for the 2024 register. Or when you say Electoral Commission is still talking of provisional register, not final register. So they were coming, they're thinking that we're coming to talk about the final register. So those small concert parties, they brought them together. And that's why they were singing as if they were whipped line to come and be talking.
Yeah.
Omo say Electoral Commission kura omo jia tum say omo register na enye. Omo nim say omo kura ye kita omo aha. They cannot use this register to run any elections. Omo nim. So you call honor no more year presentations ni nyina bebre no knowing that they were now coming to talk about NDC. So the whole IPAC was about NDC discrepancies. Register, and they are now coming to respond to it. Finally, they admitted to everything on live camera. It's the NDC. Assembly neighbor is Faba Bontin. One, about the 243,000. Omo Yafrim. T. Cecia, almost transfer voters 332,110. Where Omo document. We shoot this one from their screen. This is now the transfers. Meanwhile, provisional register display
332,110
from 566,000. It now came down to 332,000. Can should thank NDC.
So the over 200,000 on the count.
If people were saying NDC they don't have evidence, how come they have now removed it? Oh they say, they didn't even to stop there. 3,000 nipa na say omo yi free register. Omo see omo ko say it's true that yes, through the putting the register together no mudina year free. They are missing. They couldn't trace them. So what they are trying to do is that they have identified 1,551. Make sure. You see these crooked people, they think they did wise. Nigerian man will say. Regional distribution of missing names. Almost say missing names.
Missing names.
Tio 1,551. That they couldn't trace them. They don't know where to get them. And because of that, Omukoye register be. Tio, for the first time in history of Ghana, Electoral Commission is bringing another register known as missing voters list.
Missing voters list. So in the election, no,
Ebedaho. Distribution, Northern region, Omi 605, Western region 378, Greater Accra 179, Oti 156. Distribution in our Ashanti region there Baku Tio. Ashanti region only one person.
And why you
a whole of Ashanti constituency pan 47 constituency
47
Baku one a Northern region pan 18 605 Nipan a year. You see these people.
Wow!
Distribution. So when we told them that you have removed some people's names in the register, no, see they design and say they are missing names and they can't trace them, and they're not trying to find a way of getting them back. So that's another leg. The another one, corrupted files.
Yeah.
They accepted it. Ghanaians were watching them. The man explained it that yes, they realized that there was a problem with their data in terms of the files, and almost about 1,000 of them they corrupted, and now they've restored them. They managed to get the proper data and restore those corrected files, so everything is now corrected. So when you say NDC didn't have any evidence, I said these people, which school did they attend?
So upon all these corrected files, what about their system?
I know that maybe.
Okay.
If you want, the last one, illegal transfers.
Okay.
Illegal transfers. They agreed that only 38 people were illegally transferred, and they realized that their officers, and power, realized the vulnerability of more system. Vulnerability. Let me explain this one. Who are done? This is your room.
Yeah.
There are no windows. There are no doors. Now see a room. Is it a room?
No.
It means anybody can enter and walk out again. That's how the electoral system, electoral system, IT system, it's so open that to a room. So who kita login credentials, your friend password. Who say phones in your password?
Sure.
Who ID card no cry ATM card your password. So who new ATM card default password.
Yeah.
And no obey you see opener now assess. Electoral Commission yet login credentials combat district officers no to someone. District officers they can't change the password.
Why?
So obino creating otina Accra on him password na ewo Bolga. On him password na ewo Accra. On him password na ewo Boku.
So to me enter the system anytime.
Enter the system at any time without even your knowledge. Me my password there. Let me kita password no. Someone will say, someone open it there.
Yeah.
Make my open.
Yeah.
And yes, so it's possible that political officer, somebody somewhere did the transfer without his knowledge.
Oh,
anyone was director no kind.
And the guy was arrested.
He was arrested and they even dismissed him. Cover up. Cover up.
Then they need to reinstate him.
And say it's a
because he knows nothing about it.
He knows nothing about it. He knows nothing. The director, consultant, Ofori, accepted it and agreed that yes, it's true. Our credentials, yes. Even your girlfriend can get it. So when okay. Dr. Manimba don't push him on that, and he agreed. And then could be son. So in that case, how did you manage to reverse all these things? Reverse the illegal transfer. Algorithm we see, part of the you see. Technical term. And who know Papa no what I say, okay, it's true, this one there, we actually reverted back to our vendors. Tio, Electoral Commission crowd more vendors. No mukita omo software no. Nipa no say omo external body no mo call ba be hwe omo de no. They have vendors. No mo providing software no de omo. They know everything about those things. This Electoral Commission. So omo can say omo IT system no problem wom.
Omo system ni krobi. Aha. It's with somebody. Anyone control man.
Omo control man. O dey say. So eno na ehwe say eh now where they are? These people, they are finishers. With this IT system, that's why we're calling for the audit of the IT system. No money say your petition no come parliament. Any jinmensa no. Two of the key demands na audit of the register and audit of the IT system. So it wasn't that day that Dr. Manibuama was asking for the audit of the IT system. No, were a petition no that. And they were running away. So not knowing that NPP omuko bribe these smaller parties no be say one babe say yempe audit amunya register na ye and they were clapping for Jin Mensa. Meanwhile Jin Mensa officer presented a thing and said they have problems, there are errors, they are correcting it, and because of that they are now coming to do a new provisional register again. Says there.
Wow.
Another provisional register come here. And they are going to do another exhibition. For the first time in the history of Ghana, you acquired 2 exhibitions.
So this time, send your exhibition on the circle. Police. na say
almost an online exhibition. Online, no. On the network, say on their website or something like that. And then they will provide another short code. Almost is say the short code will provide a free. Won't you free? First short code almost 0.50 password. But say almost say we they very free.
Okay.
Then you can't almost say after IPAC no, you could share fake meeting, functional executive. Then you share responses in because one, they've admitted to almost all the grievances. But
I mean, what question be what say? Okay, you are going to provide the short code.
Yes.
Me both short code, no. It will prove to me and say yes, me di wo. The better than I say because register no be me di wo.
Yes.
But me di wo tamale. So how would I know say me register wo Ablekumanov? Me di wo mu Ablekumanov ampa. This police station, be a Christ mission, and I'm a register here. So me di wo Christ mission ampa.
No no say omo short code no. Omo provide we ni na. So so we bo short code na. Now fa ID number shema. Embe ma police station na wo.
Okay.
Embe to aba.
Okay.
Omo say omo fa register no ma professional register no. Ni one no. Be me. Omo be sa be me friend no template. They will add some templates. If we see additional problems in the new one they are now giving us, then we can put it in the template for them.
This means there is going to be another problem.
They money. Some money. They know that's why they call it provisional register. But our colleagues NPP and Arab, they didn't know that this was what the electoral commission was coming to.
Sir, yes. Sir, identifier. This means NPP and all other political parties in England. This is the problem they are going to face, or different from them.
Somebody share register because it was in their interest. So they didn't know that.
Okay.
Yes, the NDC proved them that look, this thing you are doing is illegal, it's wrong. Wow. And now the electoral commission has come to agree, say it's true. Register no more use for first exhibition no, and yet. So they've abandoned it. So now they've done corrections upon corrections, and they are now giving us a corrected one. With all the grievances with one and discrepancies. And they've given me this thing. When we went there, they gave us the records. Now, if you say this is the total voters registered for transfers, 332,110. From the old one of 500 something thousand. And now they've also given us the total voters, the registered voters as of now. For the first time, they managed to give us figures. Obviously, 18,772,795.
Wow.
This was a figure we told them in IPAC. Or Parliament, no, both different figures in my Parliament. When say Parliament or see total registered voters, now 18,681,000.
Yeah.
You say, oh boy. You call IPAC. No more to now. Minimum boss, you be so check your website. Total registered voters for 2020 17,027,000. Total voters for 2023 is 910,996. Total voters for this year, registered voters, is 778,000. Take Makonla calculator, not your Coral Draw type.
Yeah.
No more for calculator. Nebo, 3 figures. Yeah, this figure 18,772,000.
Like simple mathematics. What is the problem?
Deliberate. It's rigging machinery. It's a rigging strategy. You think that is errors? It's a plan. In election, there is no error. So big country say error. Oh boy, which no see error. Which echo
or the cop?
I say no. I say election. Who said the mesa or announce results?
Yeah.
No, such is savvy.
Aye.
Because if you don't catch it passes. No see anyone. But this year there's not going to be something like that. Because every step we are monitoring them. Omu taking wrong step, I will correct them and bring you to the right place. Omu taking wrong move. So on the IPAC day, actually the NDC won that day. Because our opponents were clapping for them and saying you have done well, thinking that is the final register. Final return is a provisional register. You are giving it back to you again. Go and check. If there are more problems, let us know. Bring it back. and we solve the problem.
So when is this register coming up?
Almost by 1 week. Almost say 1 week. Hard drive no e wo mo che.
E betumi meet the obviously academic calendar no. And as a calendar for election no. E betumi meet
meeting. And we say almost 1 week. You know, we sit and a strategy how to go about it. So we even bring it out now. We just want them to be. They know that's why they are very careful about when they are dealing with NDC this time, because even if you add one name, we will remove it, and if you remove one name from there, you will bring it back, because you got eagle eye. Then share register. We have several software in trying to get the register. And your Coral Draw, Coral Draw. Last time you said 1999. That's an old software. Wow. Using it for design. And so we know all these things, and we are monitoring it. So when they bring it, fair enough, we'll study it, but we are still appealing to them, say, so we want my offline exhibition, because